Some say it's paradise on earth, surrounded by the biggest waves in the world. Hawaii! Hawaii is the 50th state of the USA and the most northern of the Pacific Islands known as Polynesia. There are 8 of these islands, which are some 2,500 miles from the nearest landmass. I begin my journey on the lush island of Kauai, heading south to Oahu and the big cities of Honolulu and Waikiki, before hitting the big surf of North Shore. On to Maui, I travel by mule into the world's largest inactive volcano. I end my journey on the Big Island at the incredible lava-flowing volcano at Kilauea. Resorts and big buffet dinners, but there is a less explored side, and that's the island of Kauai. Public transportation is extremely limited, however, so you need to grab a ride any way that you can. Kauai is the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, which were all formed by volcanic activity. In the north of the island is the vast Nepali coastline, where you can find solitude. Only $5 a night. Not bad for a sea view.
Although you'll find that there are a lot of places in Hawaii that are completely overrun by tourists, there are still a great deal of hidden spots. If you just turn right or turn left where there doesn't seem to be anything, you'll probably happen upon a waterfall or a secret beach. So that would be my recommendation.
Here, along the Nepali coast of Kauai, in ancient times there was a hula school. Students came from all over to worship and to learn to dance. The original Hawaiians built temples known as heiaus, offering animal and human sacrifices to the gods. Before the Hawaiian language was written, hula dancing was one of the main forms for expressing the stories of their culture and history.
Before they dance, there are a series of rituals and chants that they must perform before they enter the altar. That's what they're doing right now.
Traditional hula ceremonies mostly take place on sacred sites, where you must be invited to attend.
Hula is a life-giving entity. We still respect it as a spiritual practice. In the old traditions of our people, you basically were born into your destiny. As the hiapo, or the eldest child in my family, it's become my responsibility to learn and study it in its most ancient and traditional forms. After foreign missionaries arrived in 1820, they viewed hula as a heathenish practice, and in fact, in some cases, convinced them that hula was evil. All of the temple sites were ordered destroyed, and a lot has been lost, but because of hula, we've been able to make that connection. It has been the sinew that's connected us to our past.
In 1778, Captain Cook here became the first European to discover the Hawaiian Islands. 1 year after landing here at Waimea Bay, Captain Cook returned to Hawaii again, this time to the Big Island, where unfortunately he was stabbed to death. It's about midday. It's hotter than heck out here. And I'm working in the fields pulling taro, which is this vegetable. It's a staple of the Hawaiian diet. They eat all the parts, the root, the leaf, and when they're done, they kind of discard it and it grows again.
We need more taro. We need more taro. Come on. You're playing. You're playing in the taro patch.
Okay, here's some more of mine.
Oh boy.
It's a big one, huh?
That's not a very good size.
What? I thought it was excellent.
Much
Bigger one.
You would have to pull the smallest one.
I'm trying to
That's
earn
good
my
for a
keep
beginner.
here.
Yeah, that's good for a beginner.
Thank you. How long have you all been taro farming?
Well, all our life, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 81 years. Just picture my life. Born and raised. That's all we do.
Yeah.
Work in the taro.
Work in the taro field.
Yeah, no friends, no neighbors.
Just taro. You and taro growing up.
From morning to dawn.
Best friends.
We don't have much time to dream.
Is it what kind of food is it? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, all of the above?
All of the above.
We never had rice or bread or potato, just taro. Special holiday, then maybe we kill one of our pets, chicken
Yeah.
and dog.
Yeah. No, let's stick with the taro. I prefer taro over dog any
I'm
day.
just telling you the truth.
I appreciate the truth. And I appreciate my pet dog at home.
Would you like to go to a luau tomorrow? We're having a Thanksgiving luau
Is there
down
gonna,
at the beach. Yeah.
are you gonna have some taro?
Oh, we're gonna have poi, kalua pig in the works.
Yes, I would love to.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Reap the fruit of my labor today. Now you probably think I should get back to work.
Ah, well. Too much story, we won't never get the job done.
All right then.
Ma,
Huh?
that Megan is a nice lady, huh? I wonder if we should hire her.
We have her
Full-time worker.
Full-time worker in our taro patch.
Yeah, she'd love that. Yeah, right.
East of Waimea is the Wailea River, which once had 7 sacred royal temples along its banks. I hooked up with Herb, a local kayaker, to get to the heart of the rainforest. You're making me look bad. You make it look too easy.
Ah, you're doing great.
Oh, yeah.
This area that we're heading into is a very sacred area at one time that was reserved for the native royalty or the people who watched over this area. The people who didn't belong on the river in the ancient days got their head cut off by the royalty of the area.
Hawaii is one of the most geographically isolated places in the world. 90% of its flora and fauna is found nowhere else on Earth.
Well, here we are. Starting a little trek out into the forest here.
Let's go. My foot's stuck. Hold on. I really can't get my foot out of that. All right, there. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. I never expected it to rain as much in Hawaii.
It's the wettest spot in the world, our Mount Waialeale, towards the interior of the island.
But it still makes traveling okay? Oh, there's a big frog right there. Did you see that?
Lots of big frogs in the area. Not a whole lot to worry about out here. As far as wildlife is concerned, maybe a few wild boar, some fowl. Most aggressive animals out here would be the natives.
For a tropical country, Hawaii is relatively free of dangerous wildlife. But in some areas, there are black widow spiders, and if you're really unlucky, in the dry regions, you may stumble across a scorpion.
so beautiful.
Here we are.
I'm on my way to Oahu. The best way to hop from island to island is by plane. The seas are just too rough for ferries. So I can use this as much as I want in the next 7 days?
Has to be 7 consecutive days. Unlimited travel.
Unlimited travel. Do I have to make a reservation for my flights?
No, you can come right to the airport. Whatever flight is available, you can catch the next available flight.
So if I miss one, you can get the next
available
one.
flight. Okay, gate number 8, 4:45 is your boarding time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for flying Aloha.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
35 minutes, I'll be in Oahu. From the country to the big city. Oahu is the most populated of the Hawaiian Islands. I start off in the tourist haven of Waikiki near Honolulu, the capital of the island. Then I'll visit the military base of Pearl Harbor. Almost 75% of the Hawaiian population live in Oahu, most of those in the state capital of Honolulu and the beach city of Waikiki. Most people who come to Hawaii pass through Waikiki. Accommodations here are really expensive, starting at $75 a night. I'm going to check out this youth hostel.
I think traveling, not the mainstream, kind of the underground travelers would travel, like stay at the hostels, and you can, possibly even work at some of them too, and it'll save you some of your money. I know some of them come through here and done that before too. They just like work and, make their vacation last as long as it could, and they still got extra money to spend at the next hostel or wherever they go.
This place turns out to be about $14 a night, which I can afford, so I'm gonna go check out the room. All right, pretty standard. The usual stain on the mattress. Pretty full house here. I think this is one of the last beds. Bare bones bathroom, got a shower. Clean, good enough. I just need some bed linens now. Oh. Home sweet home. I'm gonna learn to surf.
Is that what you want? You want that?
At the beginning of the century, Waikiki was an area of rice fields and taro patches. Today, it is one of the biggest package destinations in the world.
Waikiki, you got money, you're gonna have a great time. You got no money, you're still gonna have a great time.
At Waikiki, there's a statue of Duke Kahanamoku, considered the father of modern surfing. He gave surf lessons around the world, in America and Australia, and of course, Waikiki Beach. Can you teach me to surf?
Of course, you came to the right place.
Excellent. What's your name?
My name is Bob.
Hi.
Everybody calls me Boots.
Hey,
it's my
Boots.
nickname.
That's a great nickname. I'm Megan. Everybody calls me Megan.
Yeah. Bring you these right up to where your hands are.
My hands can come here,
Right there, that's it. Set your forward foot in a 45-degree angle.
Keep your head right in the middle.
Yeah. Drop your butt. Just drop it. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't do this with your foot. Look at my foot. When you get out there and you get on these waves, you're going to feel what the money is.
What's the mana?
The money is the power. When you feel it, you're going to light up. You're going to know it's really happening.
Yeah, is that what keeps you surfing?
That's right.
Yeah.
All my life, that's all I've been doing is surfing.
Yeah.
Don't play no basketball. Don't play no football, no soccer, nothing. I just play in the water. We Hawaiians have been doing this for centuries to cleanse ourselves. That is one of the ways of doing it. We call it pikai.
Pikai. All right.
You're
My
welcome.
life is in your hands, Boots.
Wonderful hands. Yeah.
Since the 1930s, the Hawaii Beach Boys have been giving surf lessons on Waikiki Central Beach. It's a great place to learn to surf. The waves aren't too big to scare you off, but big enough to let you dance on the water. It's around $35 an hour for a lesson with Boots.
There you go. Look here. There you go. Good job. Good job.
So much fun! The second I actually stood up and went the distance was such a rush. I can definitely see how people get addicted to this. The Japanese community makes up almost a quarter of Hawaii's population. Despite being made an American state in 1959, Hawaii was a royal territory from 1810, when King Kamehameha the Great unified the Hawaiian Islands. In 1893, a group of American businessmen marched into the Hawaiian capital in order to overrun the royal palace. Queen Liliuokalani was forced to step down. The Americans declared Hawaii a republic and humiliated their queen by placing her under house arrest. Today, there is a growing sovereignty movement among Native Hawaiian people. How long has the sovereignty movement existed?
It's actually been a movement since the overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii. And I think it's picked up more momentum recently with the signing of the apology bill by President Clinton and with recognizing the 100th year of the annexation of Hawaii.
So what is it that your organization wants to achieve?
Well, you know, I think it's important to note that in 1993, when we recognized the 100th year of the overthrow, one of our speakers and one of the main leaders in the sovereignty movement, Haunani Keitra, started by saying that I am not an American. And I think it's important that many Hawaiians are now realizing that we are not Americans, just as much as Tahitians aren't French, just as much as Maoris aren't British. You know, we're Native Hawaiians and we should be recognized as an indigenous people separate from America.
For over 70 years, legislation has existed for Native Hawaiians to claim back land from the U.S. government. For the last 30 years, some 5,000 families have been waiting for a settlement, yet most of the prime land remains in the hands of U.S. corporations. On December 7, 1941, Japanese bombers attacked the U.S. Marine base at Pearl Harbor.
On behalf of the National Park Service, I would like to welcome the Pearl Harbor survivors, distinguished guests, friends, and visitors to the USS Arizona Memorial's commemoration of the 57th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Everyone else was back aboard.
At 7:55 in the morning, Pearl Harbor was hit. Within minutes, the USS Arizona went down in flames, trapping 1,177 men beneath the surface. 20 U.S. ships were seriously damaged or sunk, along with 347 aircraft. More than 2,500 people were killed in the attack. I'm always moved by the ceremonies and remembrance of those who fought and died in different wars, different eras. Think of all the young people who lost their lives. It makes me sad.
You are about to visit the final resting place of the crew of the USS Arizona, considered by many to be sacred ground.
It's a bit eerie to be standing above the spot where so many men drowned, and to imagine that this is the place where the bombs dropped that changed the entire course of the war.
During low tide, the barnacles that encrust the hull shimmer like gold, suggesting a beautiful sarcophagus.
One bomb hit when I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I had my right ankle shot open. I had a chip of bone out of the right leg. Something went through my right thigh and out my rear. I had 5 pieces of shrapnel in the left leg. I had a 6 by 8 inch piece torn out of the left thigh. I had my right hand shot open. I lost part of my left elbow. I lost part of the left bicep. You know, we were just kids doing a job.
No hard feelings?
No. You know, we haven't had any hard feelings against those fellows for years.
It was such an outstanding, heroic moment, isn't it?
You know, they were doing what they were supposed to do, and we were doing what we were supposed to do. It's the politicians' fault.
I've done my time in Waikiki. Now I'm headed to the North Shore. I'm out here trying to get a ride. Haven't had much luck so far. Yeah! Thanks for
where are you
stopping.
going?
North Shore. You?
We're going there.
Just over an hour from Waikiki is the North Shore, considered to have some of the best surf in the world. I was heading there with some U.S. Marines on leave from base.
So what do you guys do? You come out here all the time?
Every chance we get. We're out here last weekend. This is when the big swells start rolling in during the winter months, if you can call this winter.
Give me some advice now. I'm new around here.
Well, you've got some trials and tribulations you're gonna have to go through because you're a haole first.
I'm a haole.
You're a haole.
What's a haole?
Haole is anyone non-local, non-native.
Okay.
And plus you're a kook.
What's that?
You are
I'm not
a
liking
kook.
this
No, it's not too good. A kook is someone new to the surfing world.
All right.
I'm still technically a kook, but I'm an advanced kook. There's certain stages of being a kook.
All right.
Okay, and
I'm definitely
I'm getting ready.
kook.
You're definitely a beginner, novice kook. It's not a walk in the park.
No. So why do you do it?
Why do I do it?
What's the lure for you?
It gives me the goosebumps.
Yeah.
There's very few things in this world that give me the goosebumps, that just make me...
The Marines dropped me off on the North Shore. They warned me of the waves known as avalanche and Himalaya, which are for serious surfers only. Since the mid-50s, surfing competitions have been held here during the winter months, when the surf's at its most powerful, attracting professional surfers, amateurs, and spectators from around the world.
Having pretty much mastered the art of surfing, I've come to the North Shore to check out my competition. Hawaii has some of the biggest waves in the world. From what I understand, that's because storms that brew up by Russia and Alaska travel down, and this is the first landmass that they hit. So all the power that's generated in the middle of the ocean crashes right on these shores. I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow to try it.
Further up the North Shore, I'd been invited to an intimate service.
Oh, thank you.
You got a nice blessing.
Here's the happy couple now. Hawaii is the wedding capital of the world. 30% of the ceremonies here are between same-sex couples.
On behalf of David and Scott, it is my honor to welcome you to this celebration of love and joy in the joining of these two individual lives, David and Scott, in a holy union.
Hawaii is one of America's most liberal
Consider the
states.
miracle of this moment.
A referendum asking Hawaiians to vote in favor of same-sex marriage was lost by a narrow margin. But same-sex commitment ceremonies continue to be commonplace.
We thank you, Heavenly Creator, for this day and for the beauty of it and for this exact moment. We acknowledge you for bringing these two hearts together.
This is one of the most natural feeling, sentimental, traditional, in a way, ceremonies I've ever seen. The way he looks at him, I think they're gonna make it. They make a nice couple, huh?
Yeah, they sure do.
I'm heading to Maui, the second most visited Hawaiian island. The starting point for my trip is the town of Hana. Someone just stopped to inform me that hitchhiking is illegal in Maui, so now I've got to rent a car.
I pick them up local. No, I call them Maui cruisers. They're on Maui. You can cruise around with them.
There you go.
They blend right in.
What do you mean by they blend in? They're
well,
not like those tacky kind of white or red,
blue, green tourist
metallic
cars.
tourist cars?
All shiny and new.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that they end up in the newspaper getting broken into, all right? It's your classic tourist mobile.
Yeah.
I have more of what I call a traveler's vehicle.
More style.
Oh, yeah.
This one?
No, this one here is too nice for my fleet. It sticks out. I want something that's going to really look the part. Now, this one here, this is something you would really enjoy getting into. The Hana Special.
Moving into
You can actually move into it. Some of my customers actually move into these cars and live on the island with them. This is the kind of car that you, hey, look at that.
Oh, it's got that old car smell.
When you get into this car, all of a sudden you're local style. You're going to blend right in. Even though, look at the windshield wipers work, the radio, one of those kind, you know. I got a couple of those in my fleet. But they have that nice plush. There you go.
There we go.
All right, we got some music. It's got that nice.
Yeah, 8 channels of static, but that's all right.
This is a luxury Hana cruiser.
Except I can't seem to turn off the windshield wipers. Is there an emergency number?
Of course. It's manned by someone at all times. That's me. I got a cell phone or a pager, Megan. You can reach me there anytime.
Yeah. All right, man.
Go for it.
Thanks.
She's going to have a great time in that car.
The Maui Cruiser Special set me back $22 a day, and that includes the 24-hour breakdown coverage. But don't forget to get Paul's pager number before you leave. After that last hitchhiking experience I had, I think I'm going to travel alone just for a little while. I'm on the Hana Highway and I'm headed toward Haleakala Crater, which is supposed to be just an incredible sight. I'm planning to camp out overnight and see the sunrise in the morning. From Hana down the windy highway to the Haleakala Crater takes less than an hour. Getting to the top of the 10,000-foot crater, however, is what takes the time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's taken me forever to get here, but I'm at Haleakala at 10,000 feet high. It's
absolutely freezing. This sunrise better be worth it. That's all I have to say. I'm so high that there's a layer of clouds below me and one just above me, but in between I can see the beginning of the light coming in. The colors are absolutely incredible. This has definitely been worth the trip. I've never seen colors like this. It was so slow and so gentle, and it revealed this world that kind of doesn't really feel like any place I've ever been. I literally feel like I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm headed down into Haleakala Crater, which is the largest inactive volcano on Earth. I'm going to meet my guide, see how we're going to get down there. Howdy.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Are you Craig the Mule Man?
Yeah, I am. Aloha.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice.
This is Tiny.
This is Tiny.
You're going to ride Tiny today.
I'm riding Tiny.
Yeah, you're going to ride Tiny today.
Oh, Tiny.
He's real mellow. He's
Tiny
really
looks
big.
Great.
You're going to enjoy riding Tiny. I want to give you some quick instructions.
All right.
Okay. Now, when we want more energy from the mule, it's going to take more energy from us.
Okay.
So first thing I do is I raise up the reins and they know something's coming up, and I give them a little squeeze and a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that doesn't work, up your ante a little bit, give them a cluck and a kick. And you kick them with the back of your heel right here. Now, you hear that sound? That's a kick.
Yeah.
And if you kick them with a 5-pound thump and they don't go, increase your ante, kick them with a 10. If they don't go, kick them with a 15, kick them with a 20. Just nag them like a bad husband or a bad wife. Just stay on them.
Okay.
And they'll go. So when we ride, you know how Elvis Presley sang?
Yeah.
He swiveled at his hips, they cut him off from Ed Sullivan. And you know how the hula girls dance? They swivel at the hips. You have to ride and swivel at your hips.
All right.
Your shoulders don't move, okay? Practice swivel, just like hula.
Okay.
You have to be relaxed and swivel at the hips, or you'll ride like this all day long and your back will get sore.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes,
all right,
definitely.
Let's go. All of this, 6,000 feet of this mountaintop eroded over 750,000 years. You may hear that the astronauts trained here, they did walk through here just to experience the terrain because it looks so similar to the moon.
How long is the trip from here down to the central crater?
We got about 3 miles down.
3 miles down.
Yeah. These are the silver sword. They live from 7 to 50 years and they bloom once in their life and then the entire plant dies. They only grow here on Maui and on the big island of Hawaii. So how's your bum doing?
It's all right.
When we finish, you're going to be walking like a newlywed.
Oh my God. It's so quiet, peaceful down here. Just the silence is so nice.
Yeah, it is. You know, there's no TV to look at, or it's very relaxing. You can't help but go inside and listen to the chatter of your mind, and you'll realize how much chatter's in your mind. There's no other distractions except yourself in here. When we stay at Paliku, I have a lot of dreams. I'll have maybe a half a dozen different dreams that were very lengthy and very intense, and remember a lot of detail in the dreams. And you'll wake up in the morning and remember all 6 dreams. But it's very, very beautiful. There's nothing but spirituality and yourself. We better hurry up if we're going to make it to the cabin tonight by the time it gets dark.
My final flight is to the island of Hawaii, also known as Big Island, starting at Kohola and ending at the flowing volcano of Kilauea. morning. I'm out with the Paniolos, and we're going to Hule Pipi, which means round up cattle. Parker Ranch covers almost 10% of the Big Island. With 255,000 acres and 85,000 head of cattle, it's the biggest privately owned ranch in the U.S., and it's worked by cowboys known as Paniolos, who originally came from Mexico.
How long have you been a Paniolo?
If I'm going to put my time service, you're talking about a little over 30 years.
Over 30 years?
Yeah.
And why'd you become a Paniolo?
Well, it was a family tradition. My great-grandpas were all Paniolos, and I guess I just followed this footstep, and I love that lifestyle. One thing, when you talk about Paniolo, we're all like one family.
Ah, okay.
And that's one of why we're still working on the ranch today, like here, me, Jerry, Brocky, and then like the rest of the Paniolo. We're close, you know. We work, we eat, we will share all our manao. What I mean manao is our thinking and what we're going to do, you know. Take care of one another when we work, you know. Make sure don't get, especially when you work with animals. Well, Meg, we got a stray here. We got to put a rope, our head loop on them, and we got to put it on the ground. You can help us.
You're going to lasso it
Yeah.
and get it?
Yeah. Once you get it secured, you can help us okilaho.
All right, let's okilahu.
You got straight. Hang on to that for dear life, Meg. This hand, yeah. This that away.
Like this.
Back up your horse.
And just hold on.
Yeah, back up your horse.
Snug back.
That's all.
Oh, goodness.
Did that hurt him terribly?
No.
Are you
It's all
lying to
done.
me right now?
It's all done.
It's done?
Yeah.
Is he in terrible pain?
No.
Oh, it looked really painful. Oh my God.
Okay.
Once it's castrated, it grows to be fatter, better meat.
The quality of the meat gets
Quality
better.
gets much better, so
Better
that's
than a
why you
bull.
gotta do it.
Then when it's a bull. That's why we castrate all our bull calves on the commercial herd. And then from there we have, your better beef.
3 quick snips and that was it.
1, 2, 3.
Lost its jewels. Now I can understand why that guy was hiding up on the hill. Not a good day to be a bull. After mule rides and airplanes and crazy surfers, I need a little rest and relaxation. This place sounds perfect to me. Quiet.
This is our meditation room.
When do you have your meditation?
We meditate every morning at 5:30 a.m. and in the nighttime, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Come see the rest of the house.
Thank you.
This is your bedroom. Sleep
Thank
well.
you.
We'll see you in the morning for meditation.
Sure. I love this place. It's so quiet. Let's see. Will I sleep in? 5:30 meditation. Oh, it feels good. Up at 5:30 in the morning. We're sleeping.
Hiking towards a steam cloud is not recommended.
I couldn't come to Kilauea and not see the lava flow, so I found a local guide. Ben, why do park rangers not encourage people to hike here?
Well, there are 2 reasons. One is what we call bench collapses, which is when a section of the lava field collapses into the ocean. and just disappears.
And you just disappear with it?
Yeah. And the second would be cinder cones, which are big piles of ash. We lost a person last year. The person climbed on the top of the cinder hill to take pictures and slid down the other side, and there wasn't any way he could get out.
This crater is enormous.
Yeah, in 1923, it was half the size. We had an explosion, and it blew out and became this size. And this particular crater, which is called Halimamau, is the home of Pele, who was the fire goddess, and she built all these islands, layering it one layer at a time. And she finally settled here after her sister chased her all over the state. And
so what does this place mean to Hawaiian people and to you?
the land is special to me because this is Hawaii, and I mean, although America does govern us to some extent, we still feel that the land is ours and we are guardians of the land, not so much owners. And by taking care of it, it'll take care of us. Because after all, this is Hawaii, not America. Looks like we got maybe another mile and a half or so.
Are you keeping your eyes open for those methane gas explosions?
Sure am.
I'm counting on you, Ben, you know. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That is wicked.
Yep, look at it.
Ooh.
Flowing.
It's flowing! Oh my God! Oh my Pele! It looks like how I imagined the beginning of the earth happened. Just pouring out and continuing to build new land and new land and new land. And as we walked here, some places were still pretty weak, and you could tell that it was recently formed by lava flowing just like this. Woo, check that
Fireworks.
out. Incredible. So all along the ridge right there, you can see red hot, orange hot glowing. And even between some of the cracks, there's, oh, that's great. Even between some of the cracks, farther up on the, this is called a bench, there's little glowing pots where you just know it's flowing outwards.
That's how Pele does her job.
This is how she works.
Uh-huh.
I could see why you all are awe-inspired and a little bit afraid. Pele sure is working hard tonight, huh?
Yeah, she sure is.
It looks so intensely hot.
Yeah, it's running about 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
I have no idea how hot that really is. Does it just flow like this for days?
Well, sometimes it'll go on for weeks. Usually the tube clog up and then it'll slow down the process until the volcano slams another one through.
It feels absolutely perfect to be ending my journey through Hawaii here, where Pele is in the process of continuously creating more of Hawaii. It may be one of the 50 states of America, but it doesn't feel like it. Beneath the surface, there's a very distinct and unique Hawaiian spirit that continues to flow strong.
Thank you.